you don't have to be everything to everyone. And you can comfortably, safely release all of the things that you tend to take on as a holistic entrepreneur that are not yours to hold onto, and just keep unfolding as a better and better version of yourself. Like every day, you can be 1% better. And when I have these meetings with the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, it is not 1% better. It is like a whole lot better. It is like 200% better in a couple of hours. Okay, so hi, I'm Laci. I'm a holistic entrepreneur and owner of Flow Integrative Wellness and a proud member of the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle. Before I started my journey with the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, my business was not a business. It was just a job that I created for myself. Massage was my commodity, and my income capped out at the maximum amount of hands on time I could provide myself. Time for money trap. Now that I've been in the inner circle, my business has become the commodity itself. I'm using the customized steps and support provided by Sifu Adalik to step towards my big goals. Before I started with the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, I was held back by a lack mindset, thinking being a great technician means I would also be a great business owner. Lack of cash flow and trying, and mostly just getting frustrated to doing all the things myself. Now that I have been working with Sifu Adalit, I have the support I need because greatness happens in groups. My mindset is set to consistent growth and improvement. No more lack, no more playing small, and no excuses. I have clear money goals and a clear path to the goals. I have an increasing cash flow, and I'm learning to give myself forgiveness instead of just getting frustrated. When I first started with the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, I was worried that I couldn't take on the financial responsibility of one more thing. This would just be one more class that I started and stopped. But now that I've been in the group, I've come to realize that I am worth investing in myself. I'm willing to put my chips in so I could play the game to win, of course. The one-on-one deep understanding, grace, and support of my coach, Sifu, and the group being the shoulders to cry on when things get hard and you want to quit. Lights on the path to the goals. This program is really just built different, built for success, even if you only have a dream and are basically a hot mess. Sifu Adalik is definitely not part of the bozo explosion of coaches who coach coaches. In the next several months, working with the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, I fully believe that I will increase my income, work less, and have a lot of fun doing the hard work. For anyone considering joining the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, my advice would be just do it unless you want to be in the same place you are right now next year.
What have you made? Have you noticed any habitual changes? Have you made any what are tangible habitual changes that you said you would have made um that have made a difference in your results?
Tracking,
Tracking?
be the accountability, right? Because I probably, well, not probably, I know myself well enough to say that I would never have set up that lovely Excel sheet for myself. Um, and I definitely wouldn't have stayed as consistent with it as I have, even if I am playing a lot of catch up with it.
So
Um,
what do you
because the
think
accountability.
the accountability? So how is the tracking has the tracking helped your accountability and how, if you could explain it?
The program, um, the program creates the accountability, right? Because you give the homework assignments and your expectation is to get them done. And uh, my expectation is you're going to be collecting the payment whether or not the homework is done. So it's really for me. Um, but I need the push because I'm new entrepreneur. Um, and I appreciate that. But the tracking itself creates an attention to the cash flow and the client flow that I never paid attention to like that so much. You know, it can kind of get lost in the electronic um, booking records system. Everything is electronic, so that just can kind of get lost. So paper tracking, looking at it, writing it down, the attention has brought more um, uh, just more people, better people, more income. Um, I love having more money. Who doesn't love having more money?
Well, yeah, you're going to be putting your passion into your business anyway because you're helping people. You may as well be getting compensated for it and not having that extra emotional drain on top of it, right? You can't be being of service to others when at the same time you're worried about how you're going to put gas in your car to get to the next appointment, right? That doesn't really help anyone. One thing I want
No.
to add to that too, and you mentioned there that you're a new entrepreneur, so as if that has something to do with not tracking, I would add that that is not a thing that's exclusive to anyone that's new to being self-employed or entrepreneur. There's people that have been self-employed for decades that still need help with accountability. Right. That's the biggest thing. We got into entrepreneurship, and us in the wellness industry, we got into wellness-preneurship because we want to be free, but we also want to be of service to other people and help other people, right? And have the freedom to not be stuck to a 9 to 5 job. And that's a double-edged sword, right? Yes, we have the freedom
Hmm.
to work when we want, be of service when we want, but that also means that we don't have that person that's hovering over us, keeping us accountable. So it's great, and at the same time, it's dangerous because if we don't have that accountability, we can easily slip, like you're saying, and then, you know, not the feedback doesn't become the boss hovering over us. The feedback becomes, oh no, I didn't do enough stuff, and now my bank account is in overdraft, right? Had I had someone holding me accountable 3 weeks ago, it wouldn't have got to this spot. We tend to do that. So, but that's not a thing that's exclusive to new entrepreneurs. So I would say that by doing this now, early on, you are way ahead of the game, and you're probably going to cut a good, say 5 to 10 years of learning curve that no one really has to deal with. But you either learn the hard way or you get a mentor to do it, right? One of these ways is really expensive, and it's ironic that people think mentoring is expensive, right? So anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I have a history of doing things the hard way, and I have noticed that that tendency comes up, um, doing new things. But now I do hard things on purpose, which is all of the kung fu training. And so now I can let things not be hard.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't have to do everything the hard way if I do hard things on purpose. So that has given me a, the amount of growth that I have accomplished in the last 5 years is literally incredible. I am not the same person I was 5 years ago, on so many levels. And when I've outgrown this circle, if that ever happens, the accountability is the legacy. I'm a wealthy person, so I am thinking about the next 3 generations, not just next Saturday. I am creating a legacy, so I am accountable to my business as the entity that she will be, and my family members, and creating the legacy and having something tangible to give to them, creating the ability to say yes to all the experiences and all of the opportunities. Um, I feel like we've taken leaps and bounds, even though we've only really been doing this for a relatively short time. But I can also see like how far out the ripples go, like skipping a stone. And like we're on the second skip, but it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, so we set we in Kung Fu we sketched so too, right? Like even a short period of time. I think we've only been at it for 16 and 90 days is when you started. Is that about right? I
I'm
think
not sure.
I don't think it's been more than 3 months, right? But we look at it this way, like, we sketch it out. Like if there's a timeline and we say like over a 3 month period, if you've accomplished this much growth, what can you expect if you just extrapolate that out over another year? What can we expect that curve to look like? Right. So I don't know if you got an idea of where you're going to be at a year from now, just basically, logically based on your progress so far. What do you think that'll look like in a year?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's
The
okay.
have a spectacular answer for you there, but um I know I won't be where I am right now. And where I am right now doesn't even suck. So I just might be a little closer to that awesome island and a little farther away from Suck Island, but like on the bridge, and that's okay. I might not know exactly what that looks like, but it's not going to look the same and it's going to be better.
I want you to repeat something there because that was really well said, and I don't want it to get lost in everything else that we're going to be talking about because anyone watching can take that away. You said you've learned to do some hard things on purpose, so you don't have to do everything hard. Is that how did
I
you
don't
word it?
have to do everything the hard
The
way.
hard way. You don't do everything the hard way because you're doing some focused, intentional things the difficult way, right? When you need to, when
Yeah.
it's going to, build strength or skill in something. That's a really, really good point. So yeah, do certain things the hard way so you don't have to do everything the hard way.
So
That's a
I
good takeaway.
I do hard things on purpose, so I don't have to do everything the hard way.
Okay, excellent. Good, good, well said. And so people don't think that your life is just a constant grind now, looking at stats and grinding for results. Have you had any rewards over the past 60 days because of your success that you wouldn't have had otherwise or previous? Have you taken time to give yourself a pat on the back?
Oh, yeah. So I had to work to discover what really worked for me as a reward and try some different things on. And then I have had to face and admit my addictions that I have to short videos. Um, but we're working through that. And I forgot the fucking question you
Well,
asked me. The
have
fucking,
you have
I'm
you done have
sorry.
you done anything either
Oh, the rewards.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I had to work to discover what the rewards were that really worked for me. They are not the short videos that I would watch for 5 minutes, which is never 5 minutes. Those are addictions and they're real and we're working through them. The rewards, I've also had to I've also had to learn to kind of plan that because I'll want a lot of reward. Um, and I had to learn the hard way. You don't reward yourself before you do the work. That doesn't make you more accountable. That is a trap. Um, so I've learned to be better to myself on purpose. Take time to reward myself for doing the work and also making sure that the work and the reward is happening in short bursts over time so you don't do all the things and run out of time in your day to reward yourself. Um, Scheduling is important and you're worth scheduling in the rewards. So I am definitely doing that. I am definitely not stressing about the gas prices or anything else that I need and I'm going to buy anyways. So
So
it's been great.
I was thinking I was getting more superficial. Have you had anything you want to share that you bought for yourself, or did did you pamper yourself, anything like that, um, that you wanted to share that you can show off is what I'm asking.
Uh,
No, okay, don't. I was just curious. Don't worry about it if you don't have anything.
well, fuck it, I don't care. Um, I reward myself with books I love reading. I have bought all five series now, one book at a time of I love these naughty novels that I'm reading, and I have to buy them. And I've resisted listening to them because I love the reading, and it is just such a nice escape. Yeah. So that's how I reward myself. And I bought five books.
Awesome. Good. Excellent. Um, well, you've got so we kind of hinted before, like we're looking at the circle, the inner circle is focused mostly on well, if we keep going the way we're going, it would want it primarily focused on wellness entrepreneurs because they're trying to be of service and they're actually, they're not, like you said, they're not in the circle of, well, I'm hoping we can get them out of the circles of coaches to that coach coaches to coach coaches, which is just basically a phenomenon that is just everywhere online right now, and it drives me nuts. And when you look at it, it's like a pyramid, and there's no one actually offering anything of substance, right? It's all just kind of a repeat of the same thing, and it's mostly done by people that haven't actually really ever been in business, right? Which is why I think the Renegade Inner Circle program is different. Is because we're working on tangible things, not just coaching coaches to coach coaches, right? But in the as far as the wellness entrepreneurs go, what do you think is one thing or a couple things that held you back that you think other wellness entrepreneurs would also have as an obstacle? What do you see as a common
Oh,
theme or
I see I see a lot of worthiness. I see a lot of issues with their relationships with money. I see a lot of people who are amazingly, incredibly talented with the best of intentions and do some of the most incredible work um, just doing a job, literally just doing a job. And that is not the best. That's not the most um, it's not the best container for the growth of this kind of work. Like the container for a holistic entrepreneur, a spiritual healer, manual like massage therapist, like the growth for in that um expansion has to happen in the container of a group. It happens in the container of we're creating a whole other entity. You know, the business becomes the entity, and we are not the commodity because we have so many, all of these incredible people are burnt out because they're not having the exchange. They're not being paid and they're not able to do their best work because they're stressed out about all the stuff that regular muggle people are stressed out about. So when you join the group, you get to up level and take that uh more of a bird's eye view, right? Of looking at the big picture, stepping out. So it's like you don't have to be everything to everyone. And you can comfortably, safely release all of the things that you tend to take on as a holistic entrepreneur that are not yours to hold onto, and just keep unfolding as a better and better version of yourself. Like every day, you can be 1% better. And when I have these meetings with the Red Sash Renegade Inner Circle, it is not 1% better. It is like a whole lot better. It is like 200% better in a couple of hours. So,
It's a big jump. Okay, that was we'll end on that high note. That was great. Good. All right. Well, thank you very much. We got to do this again soon.